Your child saying no, not listening, even having meltdowns might actually be good signs. And if you're punishing it the wrong way, you could be making it worse. Stay with us because in this video, we're breaking down the science behind what your child is really doing and exactly what to do instead. We're parents who do the research, science, psychology, real studies, so you don't have to. This is a special compilation of 3 powerful breakthroughs, the 7 annoying behaviors that are actually healthy development, why punishment often backfires and what works instead, and the 5 phrases that can quietly damage your child's confidence. You'll learn what these behaviors really mean, what most parents get wrong in the moment, and how to respond in real time without yelling, guilt, or power struggles. Because we've all had those moments when your child won't listen, pushes every limit, and truly tests your patience in the moment. And you're left wondering, what am I supposed to do here? But once you understand what's actually happening in their brain, everything changes. Let's start with something that might completely change how you see your child. If your toddler says no all the time, this might actually mean you're doing something exactly right. It sounds crazy, I know, but before you lose your cool during the next standoff, you need to hear the science behind that defiance. Most parents hear no and think one thing: disobedience. We've all been there. By testing boundaries with you, they are practicing one of the most important life skills: self-assertion. I felt that rising heat in my chest, that frustration, that why won't my kid just listen moment. But here's the truth: that no isn't a personal attack on your parenting. Psychology research shows that when toddlers hit the no phase, their brains are undergoing a massive developmental leap. They are discovering autonomy. They're realizing for the first time, I have a voice. I can make choices. I am a separate person from my parents. Developmental psychologists call this the first adolescence. It's the birth of their individual identity. If a child never feels safe enough to say no to you, they may never learn how to say no to peer pressure later in life. By testing boundaries with you, they are practicing one of the most important life skills: self-assertion. So how do we handle it without losing our minds? Instead of reacting emotionally, try this. Stay calm and acknowledge the feeling. Then guide the action. You can say, I hear you. You don't want to put on your shoes, it's hard to stop playing, but we still need to go to grandma's. You're validating the person while maintaining the boundary. This turns a power struggle into a learning moment. Here's a quick bonus insight. Research from the University of Virginia found something fascinating. Teens who argued more with their parents were actually more likely to resist drug and alcohol pressure from friends. Your toddler's no today is the foundation for their no to the wrong things tomorrow. We're parents who do the research, science, and psychology, so you don't have to. See you in segment 2. Follow for the next segment, because what they do next is even more annoying and even more important. We're parents who do the research, science, and psychology, so you don't have to. See you in segment 2. Because if your toddler says no all the time, you're doing something right. Welcome back. If your kid doesn't listen to a word you say, it's not what you think. It's easy to assume they're being stubborn, but there's a fascinating biological reason for the silence. Let's talk about something every parent deals with. You say something, they ignore you, you say it again, still nothing. In those moments, it feels like they're choosing not to listen. But here's the truth: they often can't yet. It's not a choice, it's a hardware limitation. Research on brain development shows toddlers are still learning how to process instructions. Their auditory processing speed is significantly slower than an adult's. Their brains are developing fast, but not fully. So it's not defiance, it's development. They aren't ignoring your voice, they're stuck in deep focus and their brain hasn't switched tasks yet. Instead of repeating louder from across the room, try this. Get closer. Get down on their level. Use fewer words. And most importantly, make eye contact. Now let's talk about something even more frustrating for many of us: the mess. The literal chaos that seems to follow every toddler. Toys everywhere, food on the floor, chaos. It's the constant cleanup cycle that never ends. But there's a hidden genius in that mess. Here's what most parents don't realize. Messy play is directly linked to creativity and problem solving. It's a form of unstructured exploration. Studies show hands-on play builds stronger neural connections. When they smear food or dump out a toy bin, they are testing gravity, physics, and cause and effect. So it's not just a mess. It's brain development happening in real time. They are building the neural architecture for future scientific thinking. Bonus insight: researchers at Harvard have found that sensory play, even the messy kind, is a primary driver for early literacy skills. They are learning to describe textures before they learn to read them. Once again, These stunning visualizations of the brain were created with OpenArt. If you want to visualize your own ideas, check the link in our description. Follow for part 3, because the next sign drives every parent crazy, but it might be the most important one yet. We're parents who do the research, science, and psychology, so you don't have to. See you in segment 3. Welcome back. If your kid interrupts you nonstop, don't shut this down. It's one of the most frustrating things we face as parents, but before you react, you need to understand the social genius behind it. You're on the phone, talking to someone important, and suddenly, Mom, Mom, Mom. It feels rude. It feels like a lack of respect, but it's not what you think. In the world of child psychology, this is called urgent joint attention. Interrupting means they're excited to communicate. They have something to say, and they want you to hear it right now. They're not being disrespectful. They just haven't developed the cognitive inhibitory control to wait. They haven't learned social timing yet. It's like a race car with no brakes. So instead of shutting them down, try this. Acknowledge first. I see you have something to tell me. Then teach waiting. Wait until I'm finished with this sentence, then it's your turn. You're building their social brain, one wait at a time. Now let's talk about the big one, the phase that makes every parent want to hide in the bathroom. If your kid asks why 100 times a day, this is actually a great sign. I know it's exhausting, but neurologically, this is where the magic happens. Why is the sky blue? Why is that car moving? Why can't I do that? It feels like a broken record. But curiosity is one of the strongest predictors of future learning. The research is clear. Kids who ask more questions learn faster. They are actively mapping the laws of physics, social norms, and cause and effect into their growing brains. They're not being annoying. They're exploring the world. They are little scientists conducting thought experiments on every single thing they see. If you feed the why, you feed the brain. Feeding that curiosity is how we raise leaders. And if you're curious about how we make these cinematic visuals, we use OpenArt. It's our secret tool for research-backed content. Link in the bio. Bonus insight. The Harvard Child Development Center found that high levels of early childhood curiosity are more predictive of academic success than even standardized test scores. Let them ask. Stay with me, because the last 2 points might completely change how you see your child. We're parents who do the research, science, and psychology, so you don't have to. See you in segment 4. Welcome back. If your child is clingy, this might surprise you. While it can feel like you've lost your personal space neurologically, it's a massive win for your relationship. They don't want to leave you. They follow you everywhere. They cry the second you walk away. And let's be honest, it can feel completely overwhelming. But attachment research shows a different story. Clingy kids often feel remarkably safe. This is what psychologists call a secure base. They know you are their constant. It's not a sign of weakness or overdependence. It's trust. They are refilling their emotional tank from the person they trust the most in the world. And that trust, it actually turns into independence later. By feeling secure now, they develop the confidence to explore the world alone when they're older. You're building their foundation. Now let's talk about the behavior that feels the most like a direct challenge. Pushing your limits. If your kid pushes your limits, don't take it personally. It feels like they are trying to break the rules on purpose, but there's a scientific mission behind it. They test rules, they push boundaries, they try again and again and again. It feels intentional, almost like they're waiting for you to snap. But testing limits is how kids understand the world. They are performing boundary mapping. They need to know if the rules of the world are consistent and safe. They're not trying to break you. They're trying to understand where the line is. When you hold the boundary firmly and calmly, you're actually making them feel safer. Understanding these boundaries changes everything. And if you love these 3D neural visualizations, they're all created with OpenArt, our go-to for parenting science visuals. Link in bio. Bonus insight. Stanford researchers found that children who actively test boundaries in a safe environment develop higher social intelligence and better negotiation skills as adults. Stay for the final piece, the one that ties this entire series together. We're parents who do the research, science, and psychology, so you don't have to. See you in segment 5. If you only remember one thing from this video, let it be this. All of these behaviors, the saying no, the not listening, the making messes, and the interrupting, the constant asking why, the clinginess that won't let you leave the room, and the endless testing of every single rule you set, They're not signs that you're failing as a parent. They are signs that your child is growing, learning, and thriving exactly as they should. These aren't obstacles. They are the literal building blocks of their future personality. But here's the key. How you respond in these frustrating moments is what shapes who they become. Your calm response is the anchor that allows them to feel safe while they explore. Parenting science and attachment research give us 3 clear pillars to lean on during the chaos: connection, consistency, and calm. Connection builds the trust they need to be independent. Consistency builds the understanding of how the world works. And your calm builds their emotional strength for a lifetime. So next time your child does something that feels annoying, I want you to take a breath and pause. Because in that moment, it might just mean you're doing something very, very right. We hope these visuals, all created with the help of OpenArt, helped you see your child's world a little more clearly. Check the link in our bio to start your own creative journey. If this helped you, please follow, like, and share this with another parent who needs to hear this message today. And stay tuned for our next video, where we're breaking down the #1 mistake parents make during tantrums. We're parents who do the research, science, and psychology, so you don't have to. We'll see you in the next one. If your toddler ignores you, screams, or melts down, yelling might be making it worse. And science actually proves it. Stay with me, because by the end I'll show you exactly what to do instead. And I can tell you, it works fast. We're parents who do the research, science, psychology, so you don't have to. Studies from Harvard University and the American Academy of Pediatrics show that harsh punishment increases aggression, not obedience. We've all been there. Your child throws food, ignores you, screams in public, and suddenly your patience is gone. You raise your voice, maybe threaten punishment, and somehow it gets worse. You're not a bad parent. You're just using a strategy that doesn't work long term. So what actually works? Let's break it down. Most punishments fall into 3 categories: yelling, timeouts used as isolation, or threats and bribes.
So what causes the problem?
A toddler's brain isn't fully developed, especially the part responsible for logic and self-control. That part, the prefrontal cortex, is still under construction. So when you punish harshly, they don't learn the lesson. They feel fear instead of understanding. Their brain goes into survival mode. According to research from UCLA, high-stress discipline shuts down learning pathways. So if punishment doesn't teach, what does? Connection first, then correction. Now that we understand why punishment fails, let's look at what actually works. Here are 5 science-backed strategies that build connection and cooperation.
Strategy number 1, name the emotion. This is your fastest tool for de-escalation. Instead of yelling, "Stop crying," try saying, "I see you're upset."
Yep. When we name an emotion, we tame it. This isn't just a catchy phrase, it's neurobiology. By identifying the feeling, we shift the brain's activity. This activates emotional regulation pathways in the prefrontal cortex, effectively calming the reactive amygdala. It literally calms the brain. Strategy number 2, redirect, don't just reject. Toddlers are tiny explorers without a map, and they often don't understand no without an alternative. Instead of yelling, "Stop throwing," try, "Food stays on the table, you can throw this ball instead." This redirection builds cognitive flexibility and prevents the forbidden fruit effect that makes them want to do exactly what you just forbid. Remember, we're parents who do the research, science, psychology, so you don't have to. Strategy number 3, use natural consequences. Let reality teach, not fear. This is about letting life be the instructor, not your anger. If they throw food, the meal ends. It's not a punishment, it's a consequence. Food is for eating, not throwing. No yelling required. If they break a toy through misuse, the toy goes away. It's calm, logical, and incredibly effective at teaching long-term responsibility. Strategy number 4, time in instead of timeout. This is huge. Traditional timeouts often feel like abandonment to a child in survival mode. Instead of isolating them, sit with them, help them regulate. Studies show kids learn faster when they feel safe, not abandoned. This is called co-regulation. By staying close, you help lower their cortisol levels and stimulate the vagus nerve, which brings them back to a state of safety. Your presence is the anchor they need to navigate their emotional storm. Connection first. Then once they are calm, correction. Strategy number 5, stay calm equals you win. Your emotional control becomes their emotional blueprint. This is the hardest, but most important part. If you explode, they learn to explode. It's about mirror neurons, their brain literally copies yours. You are the emotional thermostat of your home. When you stay cool, you model how to handle stress. You're showing them that emotions can be intense, but they don't have to be destructive. This builds resilience and emotional intelligence that will last a lifetime. You're not just disciplining, you're teaching. Let's recap the research from UCLA and Harvard one more time. The goal of discipline isn't obedience through fear, it's learning through safety. High-stress discipline literally shuts down the learning pathways in a toddler's brain. To teach them, we first have to reach them. Take a breath. This journey isn't about being a perfect parent, it's about being a present one. Small shifts lead to massive changes. Imagine your home being a place of cooperation instead of conflict. That starts with the connection you build today, in the heat of the moment. Science tells us that children's brains are remarkably plastic. Every time you choose connection over yelling, you are physically rewiring their brain. You are building the neural pathways for empathy, self-regulation, and trust. This is the connection-first strategy in action. It's a long game. Some days will be harder than others, and that's okay. Give yourself the same grace you give your child. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. We're in this together, using the best of what science and psychology have to offer. Because remember, we do the research so you don't have to. You've got this, and we're here to help. But here's the part most parents miss. The one thing that can undermine everything we just discussed. Want to know what it is? Let's dive into the final secret of science-backed parenting. Let's say your toddler is mid-meltdown in public. The eyes are on you, the pressure is rising, and your heart is racing. What do you actually do in that moment? In these high-stress moments, we need a system. A science-backed roadmap to bring both you and your child back to safety. Let's break down the step-by-step system for real-time de-escalation.
Step 1. Get low. Get down to their eye level. When we stand over a child who is already in survival mode, we appear as a physical threat to their primitive brain.
Exactly. By lowering your body, you reduce that perceived threat. This signals to their nervous system that you are a safe anchor, not an adversary. It's the first step in inviting cooperation. Step 2. Use few words. In the middle of a meltdown, the part of their brain that processes language, the prefrontal cortex, is effectively offline. Too many words equals sensory overload. Lectures and long explanations will only escalate the stress. Keep it simple. Use short, rhythmic sentences that their reactive brain can actually hear. Step 3. Validate first. Before you fix the behavior, you must acknowledge the feeling. Try saying, "You're upset, I'm here," or "That was really hard for you." Validation doesn't mean you agree with the behavior. It means you see the person. This recognition helps lower their cortisol levels and starts the process of bringing them back to baseline. Step 4. Hold the boundary. Safety is the foundation of connection. If they are trying to hurt themselves or others, you must intervene calmly. Say, "We don't hit." A firm boundary delivered without anger provides the structure a child needs when they feel out of control. It shows them that you are strong enough to handle their biggest emotions. Finally, step 5. Offer a simple choice. This restores a sense of agency to their developing brain. Give them 2 acceptable options like walk or I carry you. By giving them a choice, you move them from a reactive state to a cognitive one. You're asking their brain to make a decision, which helps re-engage that logical prefrontal cortex. That's it. No lectures, no yelling, just a calm, consistent system that respects the science of how their brain actually works under pressure. Now for a reality check. Will it work instantly every time? No. Parenting isn't a vending machine where you put in a strategy and get out a perfect child. But while it might not work instantly, it builds behavior that lasts. You're playing the long game and the science is on your side. Let's look at the secret to preventing these moments before they start. You made it to the end, and here is your reward. Here's the secret most parents never hear, but it changes everything about the way your home functions.
Discipline works best when your child feels connected before the problem happens. We often focus on the fire, but we forget to clear the brush that fuels it.
You got it. Just 10 minutes a day of focused, uninterrupted attention. No phones, no chores, just you and them. Reduces tantrums dramatically. It's about filling their emotional tank. This isn't just a nice idea. This is backed by long-term behavioral studies from Oxford University. They found that consistent, brief connection intervals significantly lower baseline stress levels in children. When a child feels securely connected, their brain produces more oxytocin, which naturally inhibits the production of cortisol, the stress hormone that triggers meltdowns. You are literally building a more resilient nervous system for your child, just by being present for 10 minutes a day. It's the most efficient parenting tool you have. So let's recap everything we've learned today to lock it into your own emotional blueprint. So remember, don't punish harder, teach better. Connect first. Then, once the brain is calm and ready to learn, you can move to correction. And above all else, stay calm. You are the thermostat. When you keep your cool, you give them the blueprint for their own emotional control. It's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. If this helped, subscribe, because we're breaking down parenting science every week, and honestly, it's cheaper than therapy later. We're dedicated to this journey with you. We do the research so you don't have to. We believe in science-backed parenting that works for real families. Next video, we're breaking down the 5 phrases that secretly damage your child's confidence and what to say instead. You definitely don't want to miss that one. We'll explore the subtle ways our words shape their inner voice and how to build a foundation of true self-worth. See you in the next one. And remember, if your toddler ignores you, screams, or melts down, yelling might be making it worse. It might not be defiance. It might be their brain asking for help. Because if your toddler ignores you, well, you know what to do now. Connection first. These 5 phrases that can quietly damage your child's confidence for years. And most parents say them every day, without realizing it. Stay with me, because phrase number 3 is the most common and the most harmful. We're parents who do the research, science, psychology, so you don't have to. Research from Harvard University and Stanford University shows that language shapes how children see themselves. Your child spills something, doesn't listen, or struggles, and without thinking you say, "Why did you do that?" Seems harmless, right? But to a child's brain, it can mean something very different. Let's break down the 5 phrases. Number 1, good job. It sounds positive, but it's a verbal sugarcoat. Science shows it can turn kids into praise junkies, seeking external validation rather than their own sense of accomplishment. Instead, try descriptive praise. Say, "I see you used a lot of bright colors in this painting. You worked hard on those details." Number 2, you're so smart. This creates a fixed mindset. Stanford research found that when kids believe they succeed because they're smart, they start to fear challenges and failure. Praise the process instead. Try, "I noticed how you didn't give up on that hard problem until you figured it out." Number 3, the most common, be careful. It's often about our anxiety. Constant warnings can instill anxiety and actually distract a child at a critical moment, making a fall more likely. Build awareness instead. Ask, "Where do you plan to put your foot next?" Help them evaluate the risk themselves. Number 4, stop crying or you're fine. This is emotion dismissing. It teaches kids to distrust their internal signals and hinders their ability to regulate their emotions later in life. Try emotion coaching. Say, "It looks like that really scared you when you fell. I'm right here." Validating the feeling first helps them regulate. And number 5, because I said so. This authoritarian response shuts down learning. It teaches blind obedience rather than the logic behind a rule, halting the development of empathy and morality. Briefly explain the why. It shows respect and helps them internalize the values behind your boundaries. We've got a bonus insight in the description that you don't want to miss. Check it out to deepen your connection today. Remember, our words become our children's inner voice. Choose them with care. Follow for more science-backed parenting tips, because you definitely don't want to use these 5 phrases that can quietly damage your child's confidence. Let's slow this down for a second. Kids don't think like adults. They don't separate behavior from who they are. They hear, "I am bad." And this happens earlier than most people think. Even toddlers are already forming beliefs about themselves. According to research from the American Psychological Association, children internalize repeated language patterns into identity. That means your voice becomes their inner voice. Let's say a child hears, "You're so messy." Over time, that becomes, "I'm a messy person." Not "I made a mess," but "I am messy." And here's where it gets even more important. Once identity is formed, behavior starts to follow it. Because kids act in alignment with who they believe they are. More resistance, more frustration, more of the same cycle. This is why some discipline feels like it doesn't work. Because it's reinforcing the problem, not solving it. So instead of correcting behavior, we need to shape identity. And that starts with the words we use. Because when you shape their identity, you shape their entire future. Stay tuned for how to do exactly that. And that's why we have to slow this down for a second and realize kids don't think like adults.
Because let's be real, when your child is melting down, you're triggered too.
So here's a simple system you can actually use in real life. The 3-step reset system. Step 1. Pause. Just 1 second. Interrupts your automatic reaction. Indeed, that 1 second changes everything. Step 2. Observe. Ask yourself, what is my child feeling right now? Not what are they doing, but what are they feeling? Step 3. Reframe. Turn correction into coaching. For example, instead of, why are you acting like this? Try, looks like something's bothering you. Same situation, but now your child feels understood instead of judged. And when kids feel understood, they calm down faster, listen better, and learn more. So the goal isn't perfect parenting, it's intentional parenting. We do the research so you don't have to. Our words shape their world. Choose them with care. Follow for the full science-backed series, because you definitely don't want to use these 5 phrases that can quietly damage your child's confidence. Let's dive deep into the 5 phrases and why the alternatives change everything.
Number 1, why did you do that? This question feels logical, but emotionally, it feels like blame.
100%. Kids don't know how to explain their behavior yet, so they feel attacked instead, which leads to silence, defensiveness, or even lying. Instead, try, what happened here? Now you're opening a conversation instead of starting a conflict. Number 2, stop crying. This one is huge because crying isn't the problem, it's communication. When you say stop crying, you're telling your child, your feelings are not okay. And over time, they stop sharing emotions, or they explode later. Instead, try, I see you're upset. Now they feel safe, and safe kids learn faster. Number 3 surprises a lot of parents. Good job, because it sounds positive. But when it's overused, it creates something called external validation dependency. Kids start relying on you to tell them if they're doing well instead of building internal confidence. Instead, try, you worked really hard on that. Now you're praising effort, not outcome. Number 4, because I said so. This works fast, but teaches nothing. It shuts down thinking and curiosity. Kids obey, but don't understand why. Instead, try, here's why this matters. Even one sentence changes everything. Number 5, you're okay, especially when they're clearly not. This invalidates their experience. Imagine being upset and someone tells you, you're fine. It doesn't feel right because it isn't. Instead, try, that was scary, huh? Now they feel seen, not dismissed. But here's the real challenge. Knowing this is one thing, doing it in the moment is another. When things are messy, loud, and you're tired, that's when it counts. We do the research so you don't have to. In the next part, we'll cover the how-to for the heat of the moment. Don't miss it. Choose your words with care, because you definitely want to avoid these 5 phrases that can quietly damage your child's confidence. Here's the part most parents never hear.
You're going to mess this up sometimes. That's normal.
Very true, you'll say the wrong thing. React too fast, lose patience. That's normal. But here's what actually matters. Repair. It makes all the difference. Going back and saying, hey, I didn't say that right. Let me try again. This teaches something powerful. That mistakes are fixable and relationships are safe. Research from Yale University shows repair builds stronger emotional security than perfection. So remember, words shape identity, and that's the core of everything. Identity shapes behavior, and behavior shapes the future. If this helped, subscribe, because we break down parenting science every week. And let's be honest, parenting without this feels like guessing on hard mode. We do the research so you don't have to. Next video, we're breaking down how to get your kids to actually listen, without yelling or repeating yourself 10 times. So next time you're about to say, why did you do that? Pause for just 1 second. That 1 second changes everything, because what you say next might become their inner voice. That's the power of your words.